Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. I got another great video for you guys today, man. Thanks for tuning in again, guys, man. Thank you for all your love, for subscribing, your comments, all that stuff, guys. I appreciate all that, man. It really means a lot to me, guys. And in this video, guys, we're going to continue to celebrate Michael Jordan on this channel, but we're going to do it a little bit differently today. We're going to talk about how Dwyane Wade studied Michael Jordan, right? And he studied Michael Jordan off the ball, right? What Michael Jordan used to do off the ball, right? I've told you guys many times, Michael Jordan did not need the ball in his hands to be effective on the offensive end. Michael Jordan's movement without the basketball, the things he would do without the ball was something that was studied by Dwyane Wade, guys. We're going to talk about that real quick in this video. And you guys know what to do, man. Turn that volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes, guys. Educational purposes. Pump that volume up. Hit the play button, man. Listen to the information, guys. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, we all know that Dwyane Wade was recently inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. So, shout out to Dwyane Wade, man. Much respect. It was well-deserved, man. No doubt about it. One of the all-time greats, man. He was great to watch, man. Very fun to watch, right? The Flash. And in this video, I want to talk about Dwyane Wade, or something that people don't realize or know about Dwyane Wade's career, is that when LeBron James came to the Miami Heat in the 2010-2011 season, Dwyane Wade realized after that season that LeBron James couldn't really play off the ball, right? We've talked about that. We all know that LeBron James needs to dominate the basketball to be effective, for his teams to be effective. So Dwyane Wade realized that and knew that he had to alter his game. This is the greatness of Dwyane Wade, right? Altering his game for LeBron James, to help LeBron James out, his friend. And how did Dwyane Wade alter his game? Well, what he did was he learned to play off the ball more, to not have to dominate the basketball, to be dribbling the ball or holding onto the ball or bringing the ball up the court every time, to change his game. Because we all know before LeBron James came there, Dwyane Wade was the main guy on that team, right? He was the main facilitator. He was the main offensive threat on that team, right? He was their number one option. But Dwyane Wade, like I said, the mind of Dwyane Wade, realizing that LeBron James needed the ball in his hands to be effective, for the team to be effective, he decided that he would learn how to play off the ball more. So what did he do? After 2010, after 2011 season, Dwyane Wade began to watch hours and hours and hours of footage of Michael Jordan, guys. That's right, Michael Jordan. Not to learn about Michael Jordan's perimeter jump shot, right, the mid-range jumper. Not to study his handling, his ball handling skills, his creativity, his defensive abilities. No. He was studying Michael Jordan's movement without the ball in his hands. That's what Dwyane Wade studied. He watched hours and hours of film of this, guys, to learn how Michael Jordan was effective in the triangle offense, right? He didn't need the ball in his hands to dominate the ball, right, guys? I've done a video on this the other day. The greatness of Michael Jordan's offensive game. Did not need the ball in his hands to dominate on offense. So what things are we talking about here? What would Dwyane Wade be studying? What would he be looking at? Well, he would be looking at things like, backdoor cuts, right? That's moving without the basketball, right? It's like a lost art, the backdoor cut, right? Faking out and then coming backdoor on your defender. Jordan was great at that, guys. He was great at going backdoor on players, faking them out one way, like he was going to come up high and catch the ball, and then quickly going the other way and catching an alley-oop dunk, for example, let's say. Dwyane Wade was good at that also, guys, catching those alley-oops off the backdoor cuts. Also, just cutting in general, right? Moving without the basketball. You know, oftentimes when you have a great player or great offensive players, they need to have the ball in their hands, right? They can't. What do they do when they don't have the ball in their hands? They'll stand around on the perimeter. They'll literally just stand there, right? Maybe their hands on their hips, hands on their knees, or they just stand there, their hands at the sides. They don't know what to do. A lot of players are like that. They don't know what to do when the ball's not in their hands, if no one's passing them the ball. So they stand still, right? It makes the offense stagnant. Right, your defensive player doesn't have to do anything because you're just standing there. There's no ball movement. If you guys ever watch Michael Jordan, he's rarely just standing there doing nothing. Right? he's always doing something. He's always reacting to something, right? He always has his defender having to pay attention to him. Like I said, whether he's going a backdoor cut or he's cutting down the middle, right? He's doing the give and goes. How many times have you seen Michael Jordan get the ball, pass it back to like Scottie Pippen, let's say, right? And he immediately cut the give and go. Another lost art of NBA basketball, of basketball in general, is the give and go. Michael Jordan was a master at that also. These are the kinds of things that Dwayne Wade was looking at to learn how to play off the ball. You know, guys, we have to think about these things, man. A lot of times I've told you guys in the past that players would study Michael Jordan on defense, right? Defenders like Gerald Wilkins and John Starks and Gary Payton. These guys would watch film on Michael Jordan to study him so they could guard him better, right? And Dwayne Wade was studying film on Michael Jordan in a way that people don't talk about, right? They forget these things. A lot of people think Michael Jordan was out there just chucking up shots. He had to have the ball in his hand to dominate the basketball to be effective. Michael Jordan's the greatest offensive player of all time, the greatest scorer of all time. And why is that? Not because he had the ball in his hands, he was just chucking up shots. Because of the efficiency of Michael Jordan, right? Because of the all-around offensive game of Michael Jordan. He did not need the ball in his hands to be effective. He could go in the post. He could cut, make backdoor cuts, whatever it is. He did not need the ball in his hands. Michael Jordan just drawing the defense away from players. These are the things that Dwayne Wade was studying to learn how to play with someone like a LeBron James, who need the ball in his hands at all times, right? To dominate the basketball, to be effective. LeBron James has never learned to play off the ball. This is one thing that people don't mention, the greatness of a Dwayne Wade, right? When LeBron James came to Miami, the sacrifices that a Dwayne Wade or Chris Bosh made, the sacrifices that players always have to make when they play alongside of LeBron James. People didn't have to sacrifice what they did to play with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan elevated their games. It was never a liability, the play style of Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan's play style was fluid, which is why, like I told you, someone like a Dwayne Wade would study film of Michael Jordan off the ball. Guys like Kobe would study film of Michael Jordan off the ball to learn how to play in the triangle, right? So shout out to Dwayne Wade, man. Congratulations to the Hall of Fame. Much respect, well-deserved. I've told you guys, Dwayne Wade to me is probably, to me, I think he's the number 4 greatest shooting guard of all time, guys. I know a lot of people have him behind Michael Jordan and Kobe at number 3. I have no problem with that if you have him. I have Jerry West at number 3, guys. You know that I've done my top 10. Jerry West is in my top 10 all time. But I have Jerry West at number 3 above a Dwayne Wade. Takes away nothing from Dwayne Wade. I think a lot of people underrate Jerry West on the defensive end, his defensive abilities, and just his overall game. But to me, Dwayne Wade is a top 3 shooting guard. If he had him top 3, I wouldn't be mad about it, man. But he's one of the all-time greats, man. And shout out to him, man, for altering his game, for knowing the basketball IQ of a Dwayne Wade, seeing what LeBron James needed him to do, because we know LeBron James is not flexible like that. He will not bend or adjust his game. Everyone in his career has always had to adjust to his game, the offense he wants to run, which is why a lot of players struggle to play with LeBron James, and then we hear that same old, he has no help. He has help. LeBron's not helping these guys fit better around him by learning a system. So once again, guys, shout out to Dwayne Wade for studying Michael Jordan, man, for understanding that Michael Jordan wasn't just some guy out there chucking shots on offense or a guy who needed the ball in his hands to be effective to win at a high level. He understood that. That's why he studied Michael Jordan. He knew that. I'll catch you guys on the next one.